Hello and welcome to this special live event. My name is Amanda Farmer. I am a strata lawyer and I am leading the Your Strata Property online membership community. I am here tonight to give you a little peek behind the curtain, a behind the scenes look at exactly what we have on offer for the members inside our online community. I am so pleased that you have decided to join me, whether you are here live or whether you are catching the replay. Welcome, welcome. Tuesday night is an unusual time for me to be live here on the page, but we have welcomed a ton of new members into our membership community. I've been getting lots of questions, and the team's been getting lots of questions in the inbox about the membership. And tonight, being the last few hours for you to grab some super special bonuses that we have on offer for all of our members who are with us on the inside by midnight tonight. That is Tuesday, the 23rd of April, midnight, Australian Eastern Standard Time. If you are with us inside the membership by the end of tonight, then you are set to get access to all of those special bonuses, which I'm going to tell you about here tonight. So welcome. I can see you coming in live. Leonie's already here saying hi. Hey, Leonie. Lovely to have you with me. If you are here live and you want to say hello, you're more than welcome. I can see those comments there. If you're catching the replay, then do drop me a hello as well. Now, the membership is something that I started almost 8 years ago now. So we've been doing this for a while. I could see that strata owners in particular needed help, and not the kind of help that I was giving inside my legal practice, that other strata lawyers are giving, that we charge pretty high hourly rates for, but the kind of help that just comes from knowing the answer to a question, one question, a simple question like, how do I get access to the books and records of my strata building? How do I communicate properly with my strata manager about that? What are the relevant sections of the legislation that I should be referring to when I'm asking for that kind of access? Or is the bylaw that is banning pets in my building a valid bylaw? Sometimes owners just want access to a template bylaw that you can use for your bathroom renovation, or a bylaw that you can use to prevent smoke drift, or something that you can get some ideas from if you want to implement some EV charging in your community. So these were all the fairly straightforward, I think, for me as a strata lawyer, questions that I was being asked by strata owners. And there wasn't really a place for owners to come together and get those questions answered. So 8 years ago, I started the Your Strata Property online membership community. And since then, I have helped thousands of owners and strata managers improve their experience of living in and working in strata and community schemes right across Australia. Now, our newest members who have jumped inside the membership just over the past few days were celebrated here on our Facebook page and over on Instagram earlier today. If you haven't seen that post, it'll be further down the page. There's a few who didn't get a shout out in this morning's post because they have joined us throughout the course of today. So I want to say a very special hello and welcome to Robert, to Jared, Lillian, Lee, Sharon, Natalie, Fiona, all of our new members who are coming on in today. Welcome to the community. And if you are here tuning in, maybe you've joined us as a new member and you're tuning in here tonight, feel free to let me know if you've had a little poke around inside the membership platform. Do let us know what's your favorite thing that you found in there. What have you been surprised by? Feel free to share that with us here in the comments. I welcome all of our new members and I can't wait to see you in our Q&A forum, booking in your member calls, taking up all of those member benefits that are available to you. If you do join us or you have joined us recently the last few days and you're watching this video and you need some support, maybe your login is not working or you're not quite sure how to get into the member portal, or you're looking for something inside the platform in particular, please do drop an email to the support team. Some of you have already met online Rochelle and Ramina, who are part of our support team and are there ready to assist you. The email is support@yourstrataproperty.com.au. And indeed, if you have a question tonight, if you are thinking about joining us and you've got a question that you might not feel comfortable asking here live or publicly, you are more than welcome to drop an email to that email address. We are all online tonight, welcoming in our new members, and we're here to support you and to answer your questions. So that's the place to go if you have a particular support request, any troubleshooting, any technical issues. support@yourstrataproperty.com.au. Michelle has come in and said, hi, Vivian. I'm not sure if I said hello to you as well earlier. Welcome. Great to have you here with me this evening. Yes, I am going to take you over and show you inside this online community that I have built for you. I am going to share with you my screen, click the right buttons, and here we go. I'm going to try and monitor your questions at the same time that might come up here in the chat. The membership has a number of different parts to it, different resources, different areas where members are finding value. The first part of the membership that I want to take you to now, because this is the one where our members just come in here and say, wow, that's a whole heap of value. It's our templates library. And I've had a number of questions in my inbox over the last couple of days from strata managers in particular who are having a look at the membership to say, what's in this templates library? What do we get when we sign up for the membership and jump into the library? So I'm more than happy to show this to you. This is our templates library. We start off with our bylaws templates. And the key thing to note here is that all of these templates are for sale on a one-off basis on the public side of our website. And you'll see on the screen here, if you're on mobile, it might be a little bit small, but each of the templates has a price tag. But when you're logged into the membership, that price tag is crossed out and all of these templates are free to you as a member. You can download them as a member. You can use them for yourself and for your community. If you are a member and you're logging in, or you think that you've logged in and you've hit a page where the templates are showing with a price, then please do check that you have actually logged in. You might be on the public side of the website. Sometimes we get members who are pressing that button to purchase a template, and we see the order come through and we say, no, that's not for you. You don't need to purchase that. That is free for you. So we want to make sure that if you're a member in the templates library, you're seeing all these $0, because this whole library is freely available to you. So we've got here the bylaw templates that I have, bylaws that I have drafted for clients of my legal practice. And I thought that's a popular one that should go inside our member library. So I've stripped that back into the form of a template and put it here in the library. When you hit that download button, you get a fully editable Word version, Microsoft Word version of the template for you to adapt, to fill in. Most of our members are just wanting to have a look at these templates to get some ideas. Our strata manager members wanting to share these templates with their clients so that they can get some ideas for how a strata lawyer is thinking about drafting bylaws to address common issues. The first one you can see here, our works bylaw template, retrospective approval for work at various lots. Now, I've been asked in the past, Amanda, is this even possible that we can have what is essentially a blanket bylaw that is approving all different types of renovation work that's been done in a building over many years? Can we have a bylaw that does that? And the short answer is yes, you can, if you are specific about the drafting in that bylaw and if you're careful about the way that you describe that work. So having workshopped that inside our member forum, I've then produced a bylaw template, and that's one of our popular ones where communities are saying, we know all of this has happened, we just want to regularize all of that. They access the works bylaw template for retrospective approval. We've got a bylaw that deals with all types of waterproofing work, and there's a regime that's set out in that bylaw for how you might do that across different lots. The EV charging template pack, I mentioned that one earlier. That's got the necessary motions under our New South Wales legislation that you do need to be resolving in order to approve sustainability infrastructure, which is what EV charging is. Parking on common property, air conditioning. You want a sample form for registering pets. That's there. We've also got a bylaw about the keeping of animals there as well, a template. Recovery of enforcement costs. So there were a few cases going through our tribunal and courts last year. You might have heard me talk about this on the podcast, where we have to be really careful about the terminology, the words that we're using in our bylaws, to make sure they're not invalid if they are bylaws that are seeking to recover costs that are being incurred by owners corporations when they're going through that process of enforcing bylaws and dealing with bylaw breaches. So that one's worth having a look at to see how I've addressed the principles that are coming out of those cases. A bylaw for 2-lot strata plans, where the strata plan might want to shift responsibility for common property over to lot owners to solve some problems, make each lot owner responsible for their own windows, responsible for the walls that are enclosing their particular part of the building. You can do that with a bylaw, and there's a template there for you. A communications bylaw, this is one that I find many members jump into straight away and have a close look at. Oh, well, what does that mean? How do we help our owners improve their communications with each other, with the strata committee, with the strata manager? You put a bylaw in place, and there are some suggested rules that are in that bylaw that I've drawn from tribunal cases where communication has been an issue. Moving in and moving out bylaw template. I'm not going through all of them here. You can see them all there. Approved animals, no smoking bylaw template, our renovation works templates as well. The renovation works templates are the most popular that are purchased on the public side of our website. You can see that most of these bylaw templates are $147 each if you're buying them on the one-off basis. I will remind you later this evening that membership is just $67 a month with no lock-in. So as soon as you are a member, you can jump in here and you can download these bylaws. So there's no reason why anybody should be paying $147 for one bylaw when you can get access to all of this at $67 a month. Not just bylaws. Inside our templates library, we've got a sample strata levy payment plan. That's a popular one. Those who want to assist owners who are struggling to pay a special levy, for example, or to keep up with their levies, they've considered a payment plan. What should that look like? There's a template in there for you. Sample meeting notices. Anybody who might be self-managed, don't have a strata manager and don't have access to their set of templates, you've got sample notices for annual general meetings, for strata committee meetings. We have to be careful about the way we draft our agendas for meetings that are conducted wholly via pre-meeting electronic voting, and that template covers that off for you. Qualified request form. I have a lot of owners asking me, Amanda, I want to get together with other owners and force our strata committee to convene a general meeting because I want to put some motions forward and I don't want to wait until the next AGM. How do I do that? I understand that if I've got 25% of the total unit entitlement supporting me, I can force on a meeting. You do that by making a qualified request. And if you're not sure what that means, I got a template there for you. More templates here in the library. Sample letters. This is also where I believe we have our very famous, probably the most popular template here in this library, letter requesting access to records and strata roll, including the strata roll and email addresses that might be on the strata roll. What you'll find in that template are actually 2 letters. The first one requesting access and referring to the relevant sections of the New South Wales legislation. And the second template letter being a follow-up letter in the case that the strata manager may tell you as an owner, you're not entitled to the strata roll. I can't provide that for you. That's got personal information in it. What do you do when you get that response? There's a template letter response there for you to tap into. I've prepared all this because these are the questions that come up again and again. You'll see here in the letter category, we have NCAT sample points of claim. This is one of the documents that is also in the NCAT vault, which I'm going to tell you a little bit about later on, one of our bonuses for new members joining us this evening. For our strata managers, there's a template letter of resignation here. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. Sometimes we have to get divorced. How do we do that legally? What are the relevant sections of the legislation, the relevant sections of your agency agreement that you need to quote? There is a template here for you to follow if you're a strata manager. And the thing I want to point out now for our strata managers who are tuning in, those who are thinking about membership, if you're a strata manager who's already a member and you don't realize this, if you hold a pro level membership, then you have a license, you have my permission to share each and every one of these templates with each and every one of your buildings under management. So that is the benefit you get with a pro membership. If you've got a building that's interested in EV charging, do we need a bylaw for that? What might that look like? Jump in here as a strata manager. If you're a pro member, download that template and you can share that with that building, with the next building, with all of the buildings who ask about that process for EV charging. That is the benefit, one of the benefits of your pro membership. Our ebooks are here in the resources library as well. You can download those as many times as you like. Little colorful, glossy explanations there for each of those topics. Another resource that our strata managers like having access to be able to share with their owners. And this is also the place where our webinars get tucked away when their time is up. They're often only available for a limited time, just like the Strategic Strata Litigator webinar. You'll see that here in the webinar library. If you haven't had a chance to watch that webinar, delivered last week, and you become a member, you can watch that at any time in your own time. That's what we do for our members when we have a training webinar, limited time access for those who are not members. If you become a member, then you can always jump in here at any time and catch up on your training. Strategic Strata Litigator webinar in there, Peaceful Communities, How to Combat Bad Behavior in Your Strata Building Using Bylaws. Many of you will have heard me deliver that webinar previously. It's another popular one. Smooth Moves, How We Can Be Helping Tenants, New Residents, move happily into and out of our strata buildings, how to add value to your common property. That one's there too. Getting solar approved for your strata building. That one's there in our webinar library. So that is a quick look at our templates and our resources library here. If you've got any questions about that, if you want to jump into the comments here and ask me those, I will see them. If you're catching the replay, feel free to pop those in as well. But you get access to all of that as part of your membership. If you're on a $67 a month membership, you can immediately access all of these templates here in the library. And if you think about it, purchasing each one of these templates separately over on the public side of the website, you would be spending well over, I think at my last calculation, about $5,500. And of course, if you're a pro member and you have the ability to share all of these templates with all of your buildings under management, then you can multiply that figure by however many buildings you have. So jumping in as a member to be able to access these resources is really, really valuable. Okay. If you're here live, I can see some eyes there and you want to give me a hello, you are more than welcome to do so. I'm going to take you over now to another side, another part of our membership platform that our members love, become very familiar with. I am here almost every day. It is our member Q&A forum. This is a busy place, as you can see by what I'm sharing here on the screen. Because I am an admin in the forum, you're seeing a little bit more information here than members can usually see. As I understand it, our members might let me know. This forum is the place to come to ask me your questions, your strata law questions, and I will answer them. Yep. It is me. There's a couple of other strata experts here in the forum who are committed to helping me out in answering these questions, especially as we get busier in this forum. But I am here pretty much every day. My team gives me a list of the questions that have come up in the last 24 hours, and I jump in and answer them. You can see from what you've got here on the screen, we've got some advice. Somebody's posted with the title here, looking for some advice on compulsory management from the hive mind. That is indeed what this forum is, a bit of a hive mind. Something to point out is that here in our forum, we have a rule that everyone posting in the forum must be anonymous, must stay anonymous. And we have some pretty strict forum rules about not posting anything that would identify you or your building or your strata manager or your neighbors, picking a username that you cannot be identified by. And that just makes it a lot more comfortable, a lot easier for people to communicate openly, knowing that perhaps your neighbor is here in the forum, perhaps your strata manager is here in the forum. You can ask questions in a general way that will get you the answers that you need in a way that doesn't otherwise cause any embarrassment, any offense. We've been running our forum that way for 8 years now, and it works really well. It really does. Pick a username, an anonymous username, a username you can't be identified by, and ask away. There's a question here about AGM notices, the strata committee meeting about e-bikes safety. So you can see from what I see on my end, and I believe our members can see this too, it tells me when I was last there, which was earlier this morning, and how many questions we've had since I've last been here in the forum. You can also use this search feature up here. So if you're a member and you don't really want to post anything specific in the forum, but you want to know if your question might have been asked before or how much information is out there about in the forum about strata roles or about strata committee meetings or about short-term letting, for example, you can do a search up here. That's one that I did earlier, asking about compulsory management. So if we search in the search bar here about compulsory management, you'll get a whole list here of earlier posts, transitioning out of compulsory management, looking for some advice, updates to the appointment under the new fair trading powers. Under compulsory management, can the strata committee be exempt? Compulsory manager has been negligent. So you can see how powerful this forum is in being able to search for a particular knowledge area within strata using those terms. And when I get asked questions here in the forum and I think, oh, I'm pretty sure I've answered that one before, I'm jumping into that search box and finding earlier conversations that I can then direct our members to. So while we've got a lot of members in here who are posting questions in the forum regularly, we've also got a lot of members who I know are here viewing the questions, reading the posts, and getting a lot of helpful information from them. So I'm not going to go into any of those particular posts just to protect the anonymity, let's say, of our members. But if you do jump in and join us inside the membership, then the forum is a really great first place to go and check out. Daphne's here saying hi. Hey, Daphne. Lovely to see you. I'm going to move on to our member video library, which is one of my most favorite places and often the place where I'm directing a lot of members who are asking questions inside our forum. This is where we keep the recordings of our member calls. So every member has the opportunity to book a 1-hour one-on-one session with me. And my team invites you to send through any notes, any material that you want me to have a look at before the session. I have a look at that and then we jump online. We can do a video call. We can also do a call that is just audio and we go deep on your particular topic. The only thing I ask of you is that you agree to the call being recorded and getting popped into our member video library so that everybody can learn from each other's experience. All of these member calls we're up to call number 101. So there's that many calls here in the library. Again, this is a library that's searchable if you're looking for a particular topic. Every couple of weeks or so, we release a new member call. So this one here, Kate was talking about how she has become less feeling and more thinking, and the success that she's had self-representing in the tribunal. Talked to Shana about the dangers of drafting your own bylaws. Jennifer was telling me about decisions that she felt her committee was making in secret. Stephen's parquetry flooring was tripping him up, quite literally, and we solved that problem. Michelle was tired of doing the strata manager's job for them, and we talked about how she and her committee might work through that. And this member call, I guided Ryan through parts of his NCAT proceedings. Now, this is the type of call that is also going inside our NCAT vault, where I have a curated selection of member calls and forum posts and resources that are dedicated solely to assisting you with the NCAT, that is the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal process. So this is one of the calls that will be inside our NCAT vault when that gets released to all of our new members tomorrow morning. I think I've clicked through to this member call just to show you that when we publish these member calls inside the library, you get a summary of the call. You'll also get a link in your inbox to the call. We talked about how Ryan might prove his loss of rent claim in the tribunal, why an absolution bylaw might get in the way and how to get rid of it, why I advise most of my clients to choose just one item to focus on, securing an initial win from which future success can be leveraged. So we talk about all of those things in this call. That's an audio only call there. So you can pop it in your ears, have a listen to it. You can put it on speed if you want me to go at double speed, or you can slow it down. And you get the transcript. You get the transcript of all of these member calls. And that's something that we've introduced over time, because we've had members saying, Amanda, I'd rather read than listen. I find it quicker to read, or I'm downloading all of your transcripts and I'm keeping a library. We make sure that we produce the transcripts of all of those member calls, and you get the links to any resources, any relevant sections of the legislation that we're talking about in these member calls. So the opportunity to book a member call and to have one of these sessions with me is really valuable. But then the opportunity to, at any time, jump into our member call library, and I'm not going to hit that button because then they'll all load here on that page, but to jump into this member library to search for a particular issue that you want to listen to me go deep on with an owner, or often with a strata manager as well. That is the value here in our member call library. And you can get, once again, immediate access to that when you join us on the inside. And I might just ask Rochelle and Mina, who are here with me. They've been working hard, welcoming in our new members, doing lots of overtime this week. If you want to pop in to our comments here, Rochelle and Mina, our link for anyone who's watching now and is ready to jump in to the membership, the place to go is stratamembership.com. So you can hit that link and you can be with us within seconds if you're quick at filling out that checkout form. The other thing that is here on our member, or in our member video library, are all of my Facebook Live sessions. So this is something else that we started doing for members who would consistently email us and say, Amanda, I hear you go live on Facebook each Friday. I don't have access to Facebook and I would really love to listen to your sessions. We put these videos inside the member library. Again, these are searchable as well. And I'm often directing members to these chats where I know that we've done a Friday afternoon where we have had a close look at how does my strata committee, what's the role of my strata manager if we have no strata committee? So there's a whole Friday afternoon session on that one, and that's here in the library. And similar to the member calls, I think I've pulled out one of our this was last Friday, I think, or a couple of Fridays ago, a member call, a live chat over on Facebook where I answered one strata question. The other thing that we do for our members is we produce the transcripts of these sessions. That is something that we started doing, I think, earlier this year. Team will let me know. Earlier this year, producing the transcripts because our members asked for it. They asked and said, can we get a transcript of your Friday sessions? Again, that's something that we like to look back on. Those transcripts are here in the member video library for you. The next thing that I am going to take you over and show you, this is, I'm going to say, specific to our strata manager members and our strata managers who have access to a pro membership or have chosen to take up a pro membership. When you go and hit that stratamembership.com page, which I will take you to in a second, you'll see that there's two options for membership. There's our owner level membership, which starts at $67 a month. And then there's our pro level membership, which we recommend for our strata managers and also our strata committees, because you're essentially getting five team members from your strata management company or 5 strata committee members who can all access these member benefits. And at a price of $357 a month, which is what our pro membership is, you're getting greater value there in a pro membership if you've got a group that wants to have access to the membership. In addition to that greater value, you're getting that ability to share that library, that entire library of templates with all of your buildings under management if you are a strata manager. And the other thing that you're getting is access to this CPD library. So I am a fair trading approved, New South Wales fair trading approved CPD provider. So I am ticked off and accredited for the provision of CPD education. And those strata managers who are pro members inside our community can access this library and do all of their required CPD hours for their strata agent's license. What you can see on the page here is the homepage of our library that's showing elective CPD hours. When we have all of the topics and the topic outlines and the assessment criteria for our compulsory CPD hours, those will pop in here as well. We've closed those ones off for the 2023-24 year as we get prepared for the next year. So those strata managers who have been chatting to me on email about what's included in the pro membership, we've got many pro member strata managers who join us just to be able to tick off their CPD hours through the self-paced online learning that is here available for you inside the CPD library. That is what I wanted to show you in terms of the CPD library and our membership platform. Those of you who would like to join us, who would like to get inside, start getting your hands on this, the place to go is stratamembership.com. I'm sharing the page that will pop up when you hit that URL. When you enter that URL, you'll be taken to this page. You're going to see this countdown here at the top. At the moment, we've got about 5.5 hours left. That is 5.5 hours left to get the bonuses that are on offer this evening. I'm going to scroll down and show you what those bonuses are. That is also how much time you've got left to catch the replay of the Strategic Strata Litigator webinar. That is right here on the left-hand side. If you haven't watched that yet and you want to watch it before it disappears at midnight tonight, Tuesday night, this is the page you want to go to, stratamembership.com. You can, I'm not going to do it now because it will take over my screen, but you can hit that full screen button in the corner of the video box and the video will blow up to fill your whole screen. Press play and you can watch the webinar. If you are joining the membership or if you are a member already, as I've said, this webinar is being tucked away. I think the team's done it already inside our members video library, and you'll be able to access that in your own time whenever you like. But otherwise, this is disappearing from this page at midnight tonight. So if you hit this page and you're ready to join us, all you have to do is press one of those blue join now buttons and that'll take you down to your pricing options. I'll be down there in just a sec. The Your Strata Property online community is over $19,000 in value for just $67 a month. There's no lock-in on that. A couple of people in my inbox here today have said, Amanda, I'm not sure, and I think I just want to check it out for a month. Is that okay? Absolutely. That's okay. Amanda, what's the best deal? What's the best price that you can do for the membership? And for that, I recommend taking up an annual membership because that's where you're going to get essentially the equivalent of 2 months free. So $670 for the year is the annual price. That's like paying for 10 months, right? And you're going to get 12 months. You are going to get an annual membership. So that's a saving of $134. So if you want the best value deal, jump into an annual membership. On the inside, you will get the right answers to your strata questions. That is my commitment to you as a qualified practicing strata lawyer. You can quickly access the tools that you need to improve your experience of community living. You can gain confidence in knowing that you're on the right track. Keep up to date in this ever-changing strata legal environment and find support from other owners and strata managers experiencing exactly the same strata challenges as you. You don't have to do this alone. Jeff, I think Jeff might have posted this on the page as well recently. Jeff, who is a member inside our community, he called us the YSP, Your Strata Property. We refer to us as YSP family, the YSP family. Thank goodness for the YSP family, Jeff was saying. So we definitely have that type of culture inside our membership. And these are your bonuses. These are the bonuses that are disappearing at midnight tonight. As I speak to you now, that's 5.5 hours away, midnight on Tuesday, the 23rd of April. That's Australian Eastern Standard Time. Please be aware of that. I know I'll have unhappy people in my inbox tomorrow, but I don't want it to be because you're in Western Australia and we haven't made clear that it is Australian Eastern Standard Time. Bonus number 1, access to the NCAT Vault. This is your unlimited access to the exact documents that I am using to successfully argue cases before the New South Wales Civil and Administrative Tribunal, that's NCAT. Inside the NCAT Vault, access to this will go out to all members tomorrow morning. If you've been a member for 3 days, if you've been a member for 8 years, you will get the link. As long as you're still a member at midnight tonight, you will get the link to the NCAT Vault to access that vault tomorrow morning. I've got sample points of claim in there. I've got a sample affidavit, submissions on costs. We have a member who successfully used those submissions as a template and got a cost order just a couple of weeks ago. This is also the place where I have our carefully curated list of forum posts, videos, some of those member calls that you saw earlier, resources dedicated to explaining the tribunal process. So if you've joined us on the Strategic Strata Litigator webinar because you've got an NCAT case, a tribunal case underway, or you're thinking, I'm going to have to file this application because the roof is leaking and no one is doing anything about it, they've all got their heads in the sand, I'm going to have to go to the tribunal, then if you're a member and you get that link tomorrow morning, you can go straight in to this vault and you will have there what you need to be able to get started on the right foot. You will also have access to me, ongoing access to me inside our members Q&A forum. So you can consume those resources that are there in the vault. You can start drafting up your application, thinking about the orders you want to seek, and you can come to me in the Q&A forum and ask me questions to just check that you're on the right track. Our other bonus that we have for those who are joining us inside the membership before midnight tonight is the Tribunal Masterclass. This masterclass is an exclusive for our members. It's not otherwise going out to the public. You can't pay a one-off fee to be able to get access to this masterclass or to get the recording of the masterclass. This is exclusive to members. It is an online masterclass, an intensive session for those who want to learn more from somebody who is experienced in appearing before, running cases, settling cases in the tribunal. Learn how to prepare your application for success. Lots of questions inside the forum have been very practical recently. Like, Amanda, what is a bundle? I keep hearing from the lawyer and I keep hearing from the tribunal member, I have to have a bundle. What is a bundle? What does that look like? I can tell you because I got a couple of them sitting right here in my bookshelf. What is a chronology? What kinds of things should I put in my chronology? What does that look like? Should I cross-examine anybody? How do I make that decision? And what's the process for that? How does the whole hearing day run? Who goes first? Then what happens? Do I go first? How do I address the member? What do I call them? How do I make closing submissions? When do I raise the question of costs? All of that we're going to cover inside the Masterclass, a closer look at what it takes to be successful. And I'm going to have a look at specific types of disputes. So when I put the webinar together, I heard from a lot of you saying, Amanda, compulsory management. We need a compulsory manager. How do we win that case? I've got a nuisance smoker who's living next door to me. What do I do about them? We've got noisy tenants who are 2 doors down. We want to enforce bylaws. We want to issue a penalty notice. How do we prosecute something like that in the tribunal? We are going to spend time looking at those specific types of cases. And as you might have heard me say on the webinar last Thursday, I am also looking for case studies to feature and to work through during the class itself. So if you are a member and you are preparing for the tribunal or about to start tribunal proceedings or thinking about tribunal proceedings, I want to take your specific example and we're going to workshop that. We're going to workshop that live in the masterclass. When I announced that on the webinar last week, so many members put their hands up and said, I want it to be me. Pick me, Amanda, pick me. So I know that there's a lot of you out there who would love that opportunity to workshop that. We call it a hot seat. Call it a hot seat. And members who are registering for this class, when you see the access link tomorrow, you'll see that I'm calling it your opportunity to jump in the hot seat and to have this unpacking of your case with me live on the class. So you'll have the opportunity, members, to nominate for that tomorrow morning when that comes through. The team is just letting me know to welcome Gary, who is a new member who has just joined us inside the membership. I'm not sure if you're here tuning in with us, Gary, but if you are, give us a hello. Welcome, Gary. So that is the Tribunal Masterclass. These are the 2 bonuses, access to which will end at midnight tonight. So if these 2 bonuses over $9,000 in value, just for those bonuses there for you, if they're looking good to you and you want to make sure you have access to those, please don't wait. I had a question earlier today. I think it was on the page. Amanda, I'm thinking about joining. Will these bonuses be available if I join next month? The short answer is no. No, they won't. They are going out to members. Access is going out to members first thing tomorrow morning. So if you are not a member as of midnight tonight, then you won't be getting the email that gives you the access to these. Now, the Tribunal Masterclass, I do want to note, and you'll see it here on the page, is scheduled to be delivered live on Tuesday, the 28th of May, 2024. And that's because I want to spend that time to get those case studies, to be able to do those hot seats with you and to find out from all of our members who are with us what exactly it is that you need help with right now to really hit those pain points there on the webinar. The webinar will be delivered live on the 28th of May, 2024. All members who are with us by midnight tonight invited to join us on that day. There will be a recording available for those members as well. So if you're a new member joining because you want to get the Tribunal Masterclass, but you can't make it live on the 28th of May, there will be a recording that will go especially to you to be able to access that recording. You'll need to register for the masterclass. You'll see that link that comes out tomorrow. And if you're registered, make it live or otherwise join us for the recording. We've also always got our bonuses of the member call and your access to the Shared Space Summit. I'll come back to those ones as we move further down. A summary here of what you'll get. You've seen most of this as I've taken you through the platform earlier tonight. You get access to our Q&A forum, our templates, now our ebooks library, our webinar library, our video library. That's where our member calls, our Facebook Lives are in there as well. Discounts on events and courses, and your supportive community of like-minded owners, managers, and strata sector supporters. I'm going to come back to that discounts on events and courses. I think we have it here on the page, a particular event that's coming up that our members, our pro members in particular, are getting a great discount on. So that's over $7,000 in value. Plus right now, you're getting an additional $11,322 in free bonuses. So you're getting over $19,000 worth of value inside this membership. You can access all of that now for just $67 a month. And there's no lock-in there on that monthly membership. Or save yourself 2 months and join us annually. Many of you have chosen to do that. Join us annually for $670. You can read there on the page some of the successes that our members have been having. Kate says that I feel positive, I feel confident, I've become empowered with knowledge. Without Amanda, I'd probably be in a ball rolling on the floor. I'd be unsure and uncertain of what to do. I'd be anxiously trying to get information. I'd be Googling, I'd be asking my friends. Now I've got Amanda Farmer's expertise on my side. And Kate has been a member with us for many years. And there's one, I think she's up to a couple now, of won a couple NCAT cases, self-represented, doing really well. Bruce Davis, a Strata committee member, saying, I feel much more informed. I've been more informed when talking to other committee members or lot owners. The membership offers so much information for anybody living in Strata that it definitely would have been worthwhile for me to have had this years earlier. And that's something to remember. The pricing for our membership, currently $67 a month, or join us annually for $670. You're going to get 2 months free there. This pricing does increase. It does increase regularly as the value of our membership grows, that template library grows. There's more and more members inside the Q&A forum asking questions that need to be answered. There's a lot that's going on here in the background to keep this membership show on the road. So we do need to increase our prices from time to time. If you come in to the membership at $67 a month, that will always be the price that you pay for the life of your membership. Even if the price goes up in the future, you will always be secured on the low price that you entered at for the life of your membership. So if you're thinking about membership, and as Bruce says, I had this years before, it's really worth jumping in soon, because that price does increase. The price will never be as low again as it is today. And we have some members who are in the membership who are paying really, really low prices. I won't tell you because it will break your heart, but they have been there inside that membership for 8 years. So I certainly didn't launch the membership at $67 a month as something that was new and that we were testing out, but the membership has grown to so much value that $67 a month, that is not something that is going to be able to last much longer either. But if you join us now, and those of you who have joined us now, we always get these questions when we're in a sale from current members who say, $67, I don't pay $67. Has that gone up? Is that how much I pay? And I tell them, no, you're locked in at the low price that you joined for. If you join us now, then the same applies to you. You will be locked in at the low price that you join at, even when those prices go up into the future. So there's a little bit there about how and why I started the membership. I think 2016. So 8 years going we have with the membership. This is our one-day CPD event that is scheduled to happen in Mudgee on Friday, the 28th of March, 2025. This is the second time we are running this event. This is an event for our New South Wales strata managers, and those who are joining us on a pro membership will get 68% off their Mudgee tickets for next year. So we get a lot of pros, a lot of strata managers who join us on a pro membership just to get the value of this Mudgee ticket, which really is a significant discount for you, especially if you're thinking about sending a team. So this Mudgee event is already over 60% sold out for this event, notwithstanding it's happening in March 2025. So we had a fantastic time in Mudgee this year, set to be the same next year. This is one day for our New South Wales strata managers to tick off all of their compulsory CPD hours for the 2024-2025 CPD year. You can do it all in one day with me, leading you together with my special guests in Mudgee. So if you're wanting to tackle your CPD as a strata manager, being inside the pro membership gives you these kinds of options to be able to access events like this at a much lower price than if you weren't otherwise a member. Few more comments there on what our members are saying about the membership on the inside. We have forum usernames here. So I mentioned earlier, right back when I took you through the member Q&A forum, that inside our forum, there is a rule that everyone is anonymous, use a username. Melrose Place is one of our members. That's the username used. I joined just over a year ago, and it is one of the best things I've done. Most owners are time poor, but making time to read information and increase your knowledge is wonderful. Thanks, Amanda, and the Brains Trust of Your Strata Property. So when you hit this page, and if you were to hit any one of those blue Join Now buttons, it would take you straight down to your payment options. You can choose your membership option of the owner level or the pro level. You'll see what's included there in each. The real difference for our pros is that you can have up to 5 users. You have a license to share all of those templates that I showed you in the library with all of your buildings under management. You have access to the CPD library. So you don't necessarily need to come to Mudgee if you've taken up a pro membership. You can do all of your CPD hours self-paced inside our online library, though I have to say most of our pro members do choose to come to Mudgee as well. And we have exclusive pro member webinars for our pros. Another new member who has come on in, not sure if she has been tuning in, but I'd like to say welcome. Her name is Wendy. Welcome, Wendy, into the membership. And thank you, team, for those little notes. Here is where you can choose your annual option or your pay by the month option. Annual being an option that will get you the equivalent of 2 months free. You're essentially paying 10 months and getting 12. And there is our pro option as well. If you are a pro watching and you would like an invoice sent to you, or you would like a payment plan, if you're choosing that annual option, then that's something that you're more than welcome to talk to me about with that higher level pro option. You can email the team, as I said at the top of this chat, support@yourstrataproperty.com.au. And especially if you're a pro who has more than 5 team members that you want to get access to the pro membership, let me know what your needs are and we'll put together a best value package for you as a pro member. So some comments there from our strata manager. Pro members, Maria says she finds comfort in knowing that she has a tool to help minimize risk and point them in the right direction. Heather says that being a member gives her the strength to take a stand on difficult issues. And Sean appreciates the valuable resources that assist him to provide accurate and up-to-date information to all of his clients. Now, most importantly, because you can see that clock ticking down, and maybe you're hearing all of this for the first time, or you've stumbled across this chat, or you're hitting that page and you're not quite sure, you have nothing to lose by giving it a try, because we offer a 14-day, no questions asked, money back guarantee. So you can join us with confidence, even if you're just curious about what's on the inside. We do honor that guarantee. That is the Your Strata Property online membership community. Those of you who have been here with me live, I can see those eyes there who have been tuning in. Thank you for joining me for this behind the scenes live tour of the membership. I can tell by some of these names here that we have some members tuning in. It's wonderful to have your company, your support, and I look forward to serving you inside our membership community. Remember, midnight tonight, you want access to the NCAT Vault. You want access to the NCAT Masterclass. Midnight tonight, Tuesday, the 23rd of April, Eastern Standard Time. Midnight. Got it? Please make sure you are with us on the inside. I know I will get those emails. Please, Amanda, may I? Please. We hold fast on that rule. So do make sure that if you're thinking of joining us, you jump on in before midnight tonight. I look forward to seeing so many of you inside the membership and catching you here live next time. Thanks for joining me. Good night.